Both Superior Drummer and EZdrummer are extremely advanced virtual instruments that allow you to program and customize the perfect drum performances for your tracks. But there's also been an incredible amount of development for their playability with the huge selection of eDrums on the market. For this, our goal was to make sure that the live playing experience on eDrums was as seamless and comprehensive as possible. And this video series is going to cover exactly that. Here we'll go over everything from getting started with your eKit and the equipment that you need, to the software settings that you can customize inside of EZdrummer and Superior, and all the way to the creative things that you can do inside of our software to maximize your playing experience. So to use Toontrack drum instruments with an eKit, you're going to need a few things. Obviously, you're going to need eDrums and a fairly fast computer that's in line with the tech specs required by Toontrack. You're also going to need both an audio and MIDI interface. Most eDrums can connect to the computer and transmit MIDI via USB, and some may need a dedicated MIDI interface. Here we have two different eKits, one extremely high-end and one entry-level kit, but great results can be achieved with both. Once the Toontrack software is installed, you can launch either EZdrummer or Superior Drummer in its standalone application or in your recording software. Of course, I'm assuming that you already have the Toontrack software installed and working, and if you don't, check out the video linked below where we explain the process of downloading and installing the Toontrack software with the Toontrack Product Manager. If you're using the standalone application, go to the Settings and then choose Audio MIDI Setup. If, however, you're using EZdrummer or Superior as a plugin inside of your recording software, you'll need to use the recording software to set up the audio MIDI inputs and audio output. In the standalone application, click Settings and then Audio MIDI Settings. On this screen, you'll select your audio output. This should be the audio interface where your speakers or headphones are connected. The interface that you use should be one that's made for professional audio and has its own dedicated audio drivers. You'll need a good interface and driver so that you do not have any latency when playing. This type of interface doesn't have to be very expensive, but it's one of the most important parts of the chain to ensure that you have a good eDrum playing experience. Once the driver is selected, choose the correct output channels for your interface below. Next, select the desired sample rate. We recommend using 44.1 for live performance. If you're using EZdrummer or Superior Drummer in a recording software, the sample rate will be chosen there. Below the sample rate, you'll choose your buffer size. The buffer size affects the amount of latency that you experience. Latency is the delay between the time that you hit a pad and when you hear sound. Lower buffer sizes give you a better playing experience with less latency, but they will be much more taxing on your computer. With higher buffer sizes, over 512 samples, you'll definitely notice some latency. Extreme low buffer sizes, below 32 samples, will often result in audio glitches like pops and clicks and computer errors. So we recommend that you start with a buffer size of 256 and experiment with lower buffers to see what your computer can handle without side effects. Below the buffer size, you'll select your active MIDI inputs. If your device does not appear in this list, it's either not connected or the driver is not installed. In this case, install the driver, restart the computer, and try again. Once the MIDI connection from the module to the computer is selected in your Toontrack software, you should be able to hear sound through EZdrummer or Superior Drummer when you hit a pad on your eKit. If you can't hear sound from the Toontrack plugin, your audio settings are likely incorrect. In that case, open the audio settings in your Toontrack plugin and choose the correct audio interface. I'll also state the obvious. In order to hear the Toontrack drums and not the module sounds, you'll need to have your headphones or speakers plugged into the audio interface and not the eDrum module. If you're connected directly to the eDrum module, you're going to hear the sounds coming from the module. In the next video, we'll go over the eDrum settings page in both EZdrummer and Superior, and we'll show you how to dial in the Toontrack software for the best response with your eKit.